All America, all the time. Sit down, buckle up, and get ready for The Dan Bongino Show.
Man, the pre-show here, I wish sometimes we would do more live studio audiences. You know, for security reasons, we have to be kind of careful now. However, I really want to do, because the pre-show, what happens before the show sometimes is so much more enjoyable than even the first 5 minutes of the show. Today was kind of epic. By the way, a big thank you. Podcast rankings came out again from Triton. We're still in the top 5. So the calls for the end of the show from the bot army of rage bot, life loser zeros sitting at home eating Hot Pockets in their basement. It's just not working. I'm sorry. It's every month. It's like, well, we'll get them next time. It's not going to be a next time for you. Sorry. We're good. We're good. But we were talking before the show, and, you know, we have some relatively new employees, not so new anymore, but Josh and Andy, and, you know, you have the old schoolers, Guy and Justin and Jasmine. And Josh just comes out. Now, P1's in the chat. Tell me what's wrong with the next statement, because I had to inform. When he said it, Guy was like, ah! Guy gave him the look. Josh came out. We were talking about some Secret Service stories. And Josh says, hey, were you around the beast a lot? And Guy was like, oh my gosh, he just did it. He did the thing. And Josh is like, what's the thing? And Justin's like, it's the thing. Because Justin knows the thing and Guy knows the thing. Do P1s know the thing about the beast? Do you know the thing? The P1s know it. It's okay. We forgave him. It's okay. You know, I was a transportation agent. I went back to the transportation section of the President's Detail twice. So for those who are not P1s and new to the show, who just said it? Who just said it? Nick Laz, it's not the beast. We don't call it the beast. That's a media thing. Now, I gave up the argument because President Trump likes the name and used it. I get it. We don't call it that, ever. However, Josh, you're forgiven. No big deal. P1s. It's funny how many of you know this. CPGB. You got Vic T77, Vicky T777. You guys are great. See, these got the best audience in the business. That's why the show ain't going anywhere, man, because we got a loyal cadre of people that really like being here. And you know what? The feeling's mutual. I like being with you too. One more thing. There we go. The Corona Flux. The beast is a thing. These are those things. That's why you're part of a family here. You guys know. You see how we just have like coded language? We have little shibboleths for the show and you all know what they are? Amazing. I get to the spots in a second, but I aged myself this morning. I popped into the studio, and now that I'm 51, in December I'll be 52. I'm starting to like feel my age a little bit. I said to the guys this morning, I said, does this mean anything to you? In the chat, does this mean, I'm going to say no more. Just, does this mean anything to you or not? Who shot JR? And Guy was like, no idea. Justin's like, who? Who's JR? Is it a video game or something? Guy in Star Wars? Guy's like, was it Boba Fett and Han Solo? Did I miss it at the Cancun Cantina, whatever the hell that thing is? Mos Eisley? Does that mean anything to you? If it does, you're probably 50 or a little bit older. Look it up. It was like the talk of the summer when it happened. Who shot JR? Honestly, I don't even remember who did it. All I remember is everybody talking about it. I got a loaded show. It happened again. What, Dallas? Yes, look at you. Yes. I love you guys and ladies in the chat. You know, it was like the talk of the summer on this TV show. Who shot this character, JR? I remember going to family parties. All anybody was talking about. In between like drinking buds and stuff at family parties. All I want to talk about is who shot JR. It happened again yesterday. The Obama Presidential Library. If you want to see the modern Democrat Party summed up in one event, I'm not kidding. There are two types of Democrats now, and only two types. You got your shells like seashells, and you got your frauds. That's it. Yesterday, what happened at the Obama, what do they call that building? The garbage can opening? Sums it all up. I'll show you what I mean coming up in a second. Hey, many Americans try those weight loss shots, but they quit due to cost, side effects. Many of them just don't like injections. Instead, I use this product, Lean. I love it by Brickhouse. Sometimes these hosts, I don't know if they tell you they use something. I use it. I lost 38 pounds, 40 pounds. I'm at 198. I was 238. I chose Lean. Product works. No needles, no prescriptions. Go to brickhousenutrition.com/Dan. Use code Dan for 20% off. Results a very not FDA approved. Thank you, Brickhouse Nutrition. Today's show also brought to you by Native Path. You know I'm obsessed with nutrition and life hacks. I know this is largely a political show, but folks, people have changed my life, giving me good life advice, and I want to pass it on to you with life hacks. One of the biggest life hacks outside of sleep and a good diet and stuff you already know is collagen. Why should I take collagen? Gee, I don't know. Do you want your skin to be nice and thick and, you want your wrinkles to go away? Do you want your joints to feel better? That's what it did for me. Did it for my mother-in-law as well. My mother-in-law is like, hey, Dan, I need something. I'm getting collagen. You know my health history. I don't mess with supplements unless it's helping my body every day. Paul and I have been talking about collagen for years. Collagen is the protein that helps hold your body together. It's like the glue. It's critical. After 30, our bodies lose 1% to 2% of collagen every year. Look it up. Taking supplemental collagen has helped me. I love this product. I've got bad elbows and joints. Collagen is amazing for helping me with the joint stiffness and the mobility. You want to look a little bit younger. It's been good for that too. It helps support muscles, especially if you exercise. It's great for helping with bone density. Paula can tell you how great collagen is for skin and hair too. I got you over 45% off, not 4.5, 45% off, free shipping, and a 365-day money back guarantee. If you don't feel a real difference in your health, get your money back, no questions asked. Okay, how do I get it? You go to getnativepath.com/Dan. GetNativePath.com/Dan. Pick it up today. Product is amazing. These statements and products are not been evaluated by the FDA, not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Consult with a healthcare professional. Thank you, Native Path. All right, fellas, let's go. Sorry for the long opening, but it's Friday. I like the show to be a little bit lighter on Friday, but still informative. I'm never going to waste your time. I'm not that Ben Bankus guy. I'm not a comedian. I'm not Dave Chappelle. But it is Friday in the summer, and we enjoy having you here, so I want to always leave you on a good note. But it did happen again yesterday. Let's get the hard stuff out of the way. Obama opened this god-awful looking presidential library in Chicago. Library looks horrendous. I am not an architecture judge. I'm not. The first day I walked into the Hoover building at the FBI, I'm familiar with obviously the building and the iconic photos, but when you see it up close and personal and the brutalist, ugly architecture and the exposed rebar, I'm like, can we get the hell out of this building? That's why we're moving down the block. The Obama library, they must have looked at the Hoover building and all its ugliness and been like, yeah, we need more of that. It is just an ugly building. Oh, Dan, you just don't like Obama. Of course I don't like him. It's not personal. I protected the guy. I just don't like what he did to the country. The building is just ugly, folks. Even Democrats are like, it's pretty ugly. So this event totally sums up the left. There are two kinds of Democrats out there right now, and only two. You have your shells, whether it's because of some cognitive disorder, whether it's because they're just dumb, like the AOC types, or they just don't read the news. They subscribe to all of these cancerous policies, defund the police, open border. There's the bill. Gosh, is this thing? Look at this thing. This is one of the ugliest buildings I have ever seen. It is just, what is that, a garbage can? I saw some video where someone did a little meme like Oscar the Grouch jumping out of the top. Like, what the hell is going on with this thing? There are only two types of Democrats. You got your shells and you got your frauds, okay? That's it. There is no third type of Democrat. This event sums it up because we saw them both, okay? Let's put up Biden first. Why do you keep trotting this guy out? Folks, I really dislike what Joe Biden did to the country, obviously. But it's at the point now where this is like a constitutional violation for a cruel and unusual punishment. Can you please stop trotting this obviously cognitively impaired man out into the public space? It's embarrassing. You're not helping him. You're not helping your party. So at the end of the ceremony at the garbage can opening yesterday, Biden's on stage and amazingly gets lost again, despite 1,000 people telling him where to go. And you'll see at the end of this, he takes off his glasses. He's like, where's my granddaughter? I don't know. Maybe backstage. Maybe stop standing on the stage looking puzzled. This is what a shell, example number one, looks like. The guy wasn't smart enough to realize the stupidity of socialism because he's losing it. Check this out. Watch the look. Watch the look. Doesn't know where to go. Glasses come off. What? Huh? Where am I? Now listen to the microphone.
Look at my granddaughter.
Where's my granddaughter? I don't know, brother. I don't know where your granddaughter is. Ask the Secret Service detail. What the, folks? Example number one of the modern Democrat, the shell. They don't advance socialism because they think it works. They're just too stupid to read the history of it failing. In the shell category, I put the AOC types, just really dumb people. And I put the Joe Biden types, the people who are just shells of a human being Biden just doesn't process information anymore. He's got that look on his face all the time. You saw it where he's like, always, look, yes, thank you, fella. Look at it. There it is. Sorry. There's the look right there. He's like, what's going on? Where am I? Who are these people? Why did they airdrop me into this event in a suit? Guy has no idea where he is. So he doesn't have any idea that socialism's led to the death and destruction of hundreds of millions of people throughout human history because he doesn't even know his name or where he's at. Where's my granddaughter? I don't know. Democrats, for the sake of humanity, can you please stop trotting this guy out in public? Why, Dan? No, I'm serious. Because the United States is having a moment right now, UFC 250, FIFA. The world is starting to recognize how great this country is. And I got a great guest, Jason Bartlett, who's been an internet sensation coming up. And it's a fantastic interview. Even Guy liked it, which is rare. I got Jason Bartlett coming up. But we're having a moment right now. And this is ruining it for America. Because countries around the world who really don't like us and don't like us having a moment, look at Biden and can't believe a guy like this got selected. They can't believe it. Notice my words there, very carefully chosen, because it's true. They can't believe it. What a scam. So there's the shell. I put him in the same category as the AOC. They can't process information. They're just not smart. Hold on, this is John Rich. I got to check. Hey, John, can I call you right back? I'm doing the show live, but I got an important question to ask you. All right, thanks, buddy. That was really John Rich. You'll see why it's important. Now you have to stay tuned for the end of the show, and you'll see why John Rich calling me back is really important. You have to stay tuned for the interview. I promise this will make perfect sense, okay? We should have just had the conversation on the air. I just didn't want to. I don't want to put him, right? I just didn't want to put him on the spot. No, you'll see why. Countries around the world see this, and they can't believe the United States was led by this goofball. Now, yesterday at the event, you saw the second type of modern Democrat. The second type of modern Democrat is the fraud. This is the individuals like the Mamdamis, the Elizabeth Warrens, the Valerie Jarretts. Why am I bringing up Valerie Jarrett? You'll see in a minute. Who knows socialism is destructive, is deadly, causes famines, torture, all of that shit. All of the really bad, tragic events in human history have been caused by some type of collectivist government effort, tyrannical rule, whatever it may be. And they're just frauds. They just like socialism because they're the limousine socialists that benefit from the organized, collective, unified power component. They benefit from it. That's the only reason. They're frauds. Here's what I mean. Here's Valerie Jarrett yesterday speaking at the opening of the garbage can in Chicago. And Valerie Jarrett, who you remember, sadly, from the Obama days, here she is with a land acknowledgement. A land acknowledgement? You just shit all over everyone and built this thing in a park on everybody else's land. And now you're like rubbing it in. This was land that used to be owned by, and she mentions a couple of Indian tribes. So just knock the place down and give it back. Holy Moses, man, how hard is this? You're acknowledging the land that you guys just built on, that nobody wanted you around, and you built a garbage can on it? This is unbelievable. This is such a kick in the balls. You could just give it back, sister. Just give it back. Here she is. Here's the fraud component of the Democrat Party. Check this out.
I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the original inhabitants of the land upon which we are gathered today. We honor the Anishinaabe, the Council of Three Fires, the Ojibwe, the Odawa, and the Potawatomi nations.
Folks in the Ojibwe, get a petition together. I'm not kidding. I am as serious as a stroke. Ojibwe tribe members, get a petition together. And they just acknowledge it's your land. This is the Five Fires and others. She just said it. She just got to be some kind of contract there. She just said, this is your land. Go take it back. The garbage can is yours. Go forth to love and serve Ojibwe. The garbage can is yours. We heretofore declare the garbage can belongs to the Ojibwe. Take it back. Take it back, Ojibwe. Go there, get a petition together, get the Chicago City Council folks. The Ojibwe should have some ownership rights to the Obama Presidential Center. Do it, Ojibwe. Who said it? Rodham. They cheated. They cheated. They stole it from the Ojibwe. Now, in case you're saying like, well, listen, they didn't steal it from the Ojibwe. They didn't steal it from the Ojibwe, and they can't afford to give it back. Oh, Obama can afford it. Obama can afford it. Can you guys pull up the ChatGPT thingy? What? Just ask what Obama's net worth is. Let's see. What is Obama's net worth? What does it come up with? $100,000? $70 million? Holy Moses. Sounds like he's got a lot of dinero. I thought they hate the rich. I thought they hate millionaires and billionaires. Just give it back. Give it back. Just give it back. Barack, you can do it. You can afford it. Give it to the Ojibwe. They deserve it. What a scam. How do you fall for this shit? Every single time. I'm serious. If you're a Democrat and you're a working man or woman out there, you're a nurse, a firefighter, you're a miner in Pennsylvania somewhere, an oil field worker, you're a roughneck out there, a wildcatter out there doing your thing. How the hell do you fall for this shit? Land acknowledgments. What a scam. Say hi to John Rich for us. Hello, John. Cynthia Phoenix says hello. We love Johnny Rich. He's the best. Johnny Rich. What do I call him? You ever been to his bar, Redneck Riviera? It's an important component of the show later. Folks, whereas the Democrat Party has become a party full of just wusses, I'm really sorry, man, but it's just pathetic at this point. Everything that's good about America, they hate. I showed you that Harry Anton poll yesterday from CNN, where 7 out of 10 Democrats are not proud of the country. I feel bad for you. I really do. This show is like all America all the time because we love this place, because it matters. No, it does matter. No one's going to defend with their blood, sweat, tears, and treasure a club, a country, or anything else, a fraternal organization that they hate. So it's a real problem that we have a political party where the overwhelming majority of members of said party just don't like the country. It's kind of a big freaking deal. And I think it's because a lot of folks after our generation in the 40s and 50s, it's why I asked you about who shot JR. There's a reason. And nothing's done by mistake here. I think our generation was the last like real badass generation. If you're in your 40s or 50s, I'm not kidding, man. Remember we used to just go out and never come back until like the street lights went on? There were no cell phones. Your mom and dad had no idea. To the young folks out there today, this is going to be so foreign to you. There were no geo tags, air tags. Justin's like, no, there was none of that shit. There was no Bluetooth. There was no freaking internet. There was no internet at all. My friend Joe Vaccaro, who owned a restaurant, his family had an Italian restaurant. He got the first internet in the neighborhood when I was like, 10, and he got like Prodigy. And I remember you would hit that. We tried to get the Yankee score. It took 20 minutes to load the page. You went out and never came back. It was so bad. Hat tip Heather, who sent me this. This is awesome. It was so bad. This is a real commercial from the Who Shot JR era when we grew up. And I miss this so much. This was an actual commercial because so many kids late at night would just never come home. There was a commercial that ran on TV. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Hat tip Heather sent this over. Check this out. This is real.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I'm going to tell you something. Linda Carter, don't get mad at me. Back in the day, everybody knew Linda Carter from Wonder Woman. Even Linda Carter's like really dramatic, man. And he had Archie Bunker there too, Carol O'Connor. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Some of you people don't even know who those people are. Maybe you're a little younger. I'm just telling you, like, we were a badass generation. We just popped out of the house in the morning and never came home. We used to drink out of those hoses that now we find out are like polluted with like BPAs and all that stuff. It's the craziest thing, man. No one went home. I left with $1. I'd get a quarter drink and an onion bagel with butter on it. I think that was my diet for the whole day. We'd play sponge ball in PS 91 near Queens and Central Park for like 12 hours till your arm fell off. And then you go out and pitch 5,000 pitches again the next day. No wonder I have freaking arthritis now. That was a badass generation. We have to disconnect a little bit from the phones and the social media environment, and we have to allow our kids to be a little bit badass too. We got to let them fall a little bit. We got to let them skin a knee. We got to let them struggle a little bit as they try to find their way out of an airport for the first time. Some of you get with them, so especially some family members. You got to let them struggle a little bit. Got to let them struggle a little bit. Payphones, someone just said in the chat. Remember payphones? It was a dime and then it was a quarter. That's how you'd call home. Those phones were disgusting, by the way, in New York. You get drunks who'd like pee on them. I don't even know how the thing got up that high. It was gross. And you was like alcohol pads. You'd hold the phone away from your ear and be like, and then when you had to do something, you'd still have to do it. You'd be like, nasty. Gross. That's why I think people are so happy we got a badass president who's the boss. Like walks into the G7 and it's like, yeah, I'm the boss. Was he kidding? Was he not kidding? I don't care. He is the boss. A lot of people are proud of that. And being that it's Friday, I saw this. You ever hear of this guy Trix? He does this comedy bit. You want to see why a lot of people love our president or are fiercely loyal outside of the politics? Because they know he loves this country and he embodies the business environment, the risk taker. He didn't have to run for office. Check this out and you'll see why there's some unending loyalty to the man, not just the office. Check this out.
Donald Trump almost got shot twice and he posed after. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever been shot at, sir, but I'm pretty sure your first thought is to pose before you start running. I don't think you understand how awesome that is. If you pop a balloon in here right now, I'm leaving, okay? I'm not staying. Let's say one of you don't like me and you start to throw ice towards the stage and it grazes my ear. I am never coming back to Provo again. You posed. Someone's trying to kill you. Even the bodyguards are like, we gotta go. He's like, no.
Motley's in the chat. Motley's in the chat. It's your show too. That is some funny shit. Trix, I don't know you. That's freaking hilarious. Because it's true. The guy gets shot in the head. By the way, he's not even sure. No one told him like, hey, threats neutralized, sir, pose. Oh man, this chat's now, that's a fiery chat today. Now I can't even see it anymore. Chat is just tearing it off. I can't even. Nobody told him. He could have been shot again. And he's like, I'm not going anywhere. And if you ever get a chance one day to interview, you have a show, whatever, Sean Curran, who's in the picture, Secret Service director, the president basically told him, all he said was, I'm getting my shoe. And I'm like, I'm not going yet. They wanted him to like crawl off the stage. He wasn't going to do it. He was like, you try to shoot me, motherfucker. I'm not dying. I'm not getting dead today because he's the boss. Because he's the boss. He's about to say something like, you know who the boss is of your insurance company you're going to... no, I don't, as a matter of fact. He's like, well, Super Shore could probably... He's the boss. He's the boss. But listen, we know. Outside of that, the guy keeps racking up W's. He does. I'm going to show you again. We've got the Nothing is Happening file, which has become a running joke on the show with all the stuff happening. It's amazing how people told us all this stuff. And then when it later goes on and happens, fraud cases, money behind these riots, none of the Nothing is Happening people ever go back and apologize and acknowledge, okay, I was wrong. W's coming up next. Dub's in the chat. Folks, let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. It shouldn't be. Handshake, commission, done, it's over. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. That's no way to run a business, right? Your business runs all year. So do the gaps and the risks. They don't go anywhere. That's why I'm introducing you to a great company, Super Sure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. Super Sure is a super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts, which is really important. It translates your current policy into plain English, so you know what's covered and what's not. Really important. Plus, they have a business value calculator. It's really cool. You can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com/Bongino. It's one super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com/Bongino. That's supersure.com/Bongino. Consult with a licensed insurance producer. Discuss coverage options for your specific business needs, paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency. Thank you, Supersure. Today's show also brought to you by, you interested in personal protection? You want options? Byrna, BYRNA.com. I get asked this all the time, given the law enforcement experience. What do you use? How do you help protect your family? I like options. How do you help protect your family without taking a life? Well, let me tell you about Byrna, BYRNA. Very, very popular. I have a Byrna they sent me. I have two of them. Let me tell you, I trust it. Byrna has this less than lethal launcher. It fires powerful kinetic and chemical rounds that can incapacitate an attacker for up to 30 minutes. Could give you time to get away or call for help. Byrna's new compact launcher is about the size of a smartphone. It's really easy to carry, easy to use. There's no background check required. It's a great device. The Byrna CL fires at up to 400 feet per second with serious stopping power. It was designed to help with de-escalation, not devastation. It's proudly American Byrna, assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. More than 750,000 Byrna launchers are already in the hands of law enforcement. My father has one, loves it, and responsible citizens who want protection without tragedy. If you believe in being prepared and you also believe in restraint, Byrna is for you. Go to BYRNA.com and learn more. Thanks, Byrna. Justin loves his too. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, amazing things are happening. We can discuss again all of the stuff that that needs to get moving a little quicker, some of the things that haven't worked out great. And we do that. We just did yesterday. It's okay. But it's a Friday. It's America 250. Amazing things are happening. And the nothing is happening people are really starting to look ridiculous more and more by the day. So remember, here we go. The nothing is happening. It's getting bigger. We're going to have to add a third shelf. Remember when all of those fraud cases were in Minneapolis, and you saw the Nick Shirley famous videos, Cam Higbee and others who had done these independent journals, Savannah Hernandez, all independent journals out there doing great work, right? And there were people saying, well, Dan, I didn't see anything happening. And I said, well, that's impossible because I was at the FBI when it was happening before the videos even came out. And then the nothing is happening people, they never apologize or anything. Well, here's more. There have been hundreds more arrests in Minneapolis. So no one's asking for any kind of pat on the back. I'm not there anymore. I'm just telling you, the administration is doing stuff, and they're not forgetting about this. This just happened the other day, an announcement out of Minneapolis of even more fraud case arrests. Check this out.
Today marks a decisive moment in our fight to protect American taxpayers from fraudsters and to defend the integrity of America's healthcare system. We are announcing today charges against 324 defendants for their alleged participation in healthcare fraud schemes involving approximately $14.6 billion in false claims submitted to Medicare, Medicaid, and other healthcare programs.
Dubs in chat. I see Dubs creeping up. I see Trump dance creeping up too. Dubs in the chat. By the way, this is not even the end. There's going to be more still. You're at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of arrests, tens of billions of dollars in fraud. Hopefully, Dubs everywhere in the chat. Folks, you're allowed to complain. Complaining that's part of being in a republic. You know what led to the revolution? A bunch of patriots and colonials complaining about British rule. Complaining is nothing more American than complaining about policies you don't like. I'm just telling you, the nothing is happening complaint is just dumb. Another one I heard was you guys aren't investigating Antifa and all the funding. And then I point out that there have been the first prosecutions federally of Antifa. And they're like, oh, well, they move on to another one. Well, you guys aren't trying to find the money sources, which, again, I know is not true because I was there when we were doing it. Here's a United States attorney, Daniel Rosen, talking about an arrest for funding sources of some of these riots. But again, nothing is happening. People just move on to the next thing next. Dubs in the chat. Check this out.
Action Minnesota is an organization dedicated to direct action against federal law and immigration enforcement. This action is not peaceful. It's obstructive, disruptive, and unlawful. The organization trains its members in the aggressive use of shields against law enforcement, surveillance, operational planning, and rapid mobilization against law enforcement actions. The Black Hat Workers Collective is a Minneapolis-based Antifa affinity group which advocates, promotes, and utilizes militant tactics and violence. Here you can see that their Facebook cover page shows as a banner the burning down of the Minneapolis Police Department's 3rd Precinct. One of the leaders of Direct Action Minnesota, Defendant Kyle Wagner, identifies himself as Antifa.
You go, folks, again, this is now second or third Antifa-related big federal investigation. You had the SPLC ongoing. Everyone's entitled to their day in court and a presumption of innocence, of course. You have the BLM arrest. That happened too. Yes, just look it up. Don't take my word for it. You're allowed to complain, and I fully support your First Amendment right to assemble, petition your government, complain about it. But you're just not allowed to make stuff up like nothing is happening because you're just lying to yourself, and you're allowed to do it, but it just makes you look stupid. And no, folks, we're not. And by the way, here's another one. Remember the Skid Row? Or was it Cam Higby who did it? And then O'Keefe, they went out to Skid Row in LA and they were doing these videos about homeless people on Skid Row who were encouraged to sign up to vote and were given money for that. And people were saying, well, nothing is happening. Okay, again, New York Post, June 18th, FBI agents descend on Skid Row in massive voter fraud probe after stunning claims of election bribery. It doesn't, like, they'll move on to the next one next. So, folks, W's in the chat. The Trump administration is not effing around. They are not kidding. Everything you told us wasn't happening has actually happened. I wanted to use the word literally, but I hate it. I can't stand it.
I'm the boss.
Yes, you are the boss. And when a boss demands results, people do it or they get fired. And no, we're not going back to the Obama-Biden era crazy, folks. The culture has moved on. We're not going back. We are not going back to, I'm just watching the chat. I love seeing you guys with all the, I don't even know half of these emojis in the chat. We're not going back to that. I love live sports, folks. We're not going back to this. We're not doing it. Look at the face. Look at the face. He's always so perpetually confused. The neurons, the dendrites, and axons are not connecting. The myelin's not there. There's no, the nodes of Reinvier and some, they're not there anymore. There's no insulation on the electrical circuitry in the brain. We're not going back to the identity politics-based America you guys wanted. With the LGBTQIA2+ spirit and whatever that, I don't even know. I've lost track of it. We're not doing it. Listen to me. Listen to Dan. I'm going to help you. Every person was touched by God with unalienable rights and has the God-given, big R, capital God. They're not state-given, they're God-given. I get it. Live your life. Brothers, sisters, do your thing, okay? It's not my thing. Do your thing. I'm not angry at anybody. Do your thing. Don't make your thing our thing. We're not interested. We just want to be left alone too. Just leave everybody alone, okay? We're not interested. Major League Baseball, I love sports. Sports are great. There's nothing like communal activities with other human beings where you're at an Auburn football game and they win in the last minute, like the Missouri game I was at, 3-4 years ago, even with a terrible game. And you just some random guy gives you a high five and you're like, and the beer's getting thrown in. There's nothing like that. You're never going to experience that on a screen. Sports was like the last vestige of sanity in America where we put aside our politics and everybody just shows up and has a good time. Why do you guys got to ruin it? Major League Baseball, please cut the bullshit. the Pride Night stuff and all this other stuff where you're forcing it down people's throats. I know you saw this story a couple days ago, but now it's gone kind of viral as other people are speaking out. You probably saw this story a few days ago with these 3 San Francisco Giants pitchers who wore Bible verses on their Pride Night caps during Friday's game. MLB has since issued a warning to them. Major League Baseball, I'm telling you, this is going to blow up catastrophically in your face. Here you see the picture. Good for this guy for speaking. He's allowed to put a Bible verse. Oh, it's a violation of the uniform. You just changed the uniform for the Pride Night thing on the hat. What are you talking about? You didn't seem to care during the BLM days when everybody was putting all this stuff while BLM was fleecing Americans out of money and building large mansions. That's what BLM really stands for. The only black lives that mattered to them were the ones that were giving them money so they could build large mansions. And everybody's such a fraud on the left about this. Look at the San Francisco Chronicle. This guy, Kevin Dalton, pointed this out. San Francisco Chronicle, the newspaper there, was more than happy to celebrate all kinds of uniform manipulations like Colin Kaepernick, the old quarterback wearing the socks that had cops depicted as pigs. They were more than happy about that kind of activism and those uniforms when it benefited their cause. Put that up. But now all of a sudden they're pissed off about these two? Here's the Kevin Dalton, San Francisco Chronicle. Athletes should express themselves. Also, the Chronicle, not you guys. Here are the tweets. An opinion piece from 2016 about Kaepernick. I support Kaepernick in stating his opinion and breaking his silence. So brave, folks. And then you get these guys who put a Bible verse on their hat. It's not like they put on their house like XXXporn.com or whatever the hell it is. Here's the San Francisco Chronicle again. Opinion. On Pride Night, 4 Giants pitchers on the Wobegon team opted to either deface their official uniform or ignore it altogether, hijacking the event for their own purposes. You guys are just full of shit. Totally, completely full of shit. And people are starting to stand up. Do your thing. Do your thing. Nobody wants your thing jammed down their throat if they don't believe that your thing is their thing. This isn't hard, man. This isn't hard. Check out this tweet. There was a minor league baseball team, the York Revolution. Gabrielle Mediac on X. The York Revolution canceled today's game after several players refused to wear the team's planned Pride Night jerseys. Officials say the Pride Night will go on at Wellspan Park from 5:30. Good, have fun. There's not going to be a game. Do your thing. Do your thing. Your thing is not our thing. We don't force our thing on your thing. Let's just keep the thing separate. You do your own thing. We do our thing. There's no rights that have been taken away from you by government. This is not a thing anymore. We're not going back. The culture is shifting dramatically. And I'm going to warn a lot of the identity politics folks pushing this down our throat, whether it's DEI or Pride Night activism and all this other stuff. You're not helping. Listen to Dan. I'm actually helping you here by telling you you're not helping. Read the room. The polls are going down. They're getting worse. People just want to be left alone. Just do your thing. We do our thing. Separate the things, and we're good to go. Because we're not going back to that. We're not. The trust in media. Look, the media promoting all this all the time. We're not going back to the Biden era either. I had to play this. This has been sitting in my library for the last few days. Again, just please, Joe Biden and his family, prominent neurosurgeon, Dr. Jill, famous blowhole painter, Hunter Biden, just keep Dad, let him do his thing. Again, keep his thing separate from America's thing, because I don't need the international community seeing that this guy was the president of the United States. He, for some stupid reason, decides to go take a car ride with Jay Leno. Did you just slip that Trump across the screen? How'd you do that? He skied across the screen. That was crazy. If you're missing a lot, you got to watch the video on Rumble. Rumble.com/Bongino. We're not going back to, here's Biden in the car with Jay Leno. This is quick. He wants to go back to don't drill, baby, drill, where we're not actually pulling petrochemicals out of the ground to use in, like energy, while the Democrats are trying to run on lower gas prices and affordability. The Democrats are probably like, please make this guy go away. Check this out.
Well, the other thing I was able to do, I made sure there could be no oil drilling off the East Coast, the West Coast, and 150 miles off the Gulf of Mexico. He's doing it with all lot protection, too. No more windmills. Yeah, because they kill birds. Yeah, I know that. Give me a freaking break right now.
Okay, we're not going back to $7 gas and don't drill, baby, drill. We're not doing it. But Biden is so out of it. Like I said, the shells, there are two Democrats, the shells and the frauds. That's it. There's no third category anymore. Biden's a shell. He just doesn't know anything anymore. The computer doesn't work. Windmills, he's questioning if windmills kill birds. Can you go to Grok or something? Just ask Grok. Because I pride myself on this show being informational entertainment. Where you can. So folks, for the first time hearing this, maybe young environmentalists tuning into the show who don't know who shot JR, do windmills kill birds? There's Justin's account. Yes, wind turbines, often called windmills, do kill birds. What, like a couple hundred? 140,000 to about 1 million birds a year. That's like the population of some states in the country. Yes, Joe, they kill birds. Birds die. Here's how it works, Joe. You get a windmill with a blade and it spins and the bird goes, and crashes in. This isn't hard. Bird turbine physics, force equals mass times acceleration. It's a lot of force when the mass of the bird accelerates into the freaking blade. There's a problem with the modern Democrat Party outside of their general level of low IQ and aptitude, okay? Aptitude and achievement are two different things. Some people who are really smart and have a lot of aptitude genetically, they don't achieve a lot because they're lazy. There are some people with low aptitude, however, they're not really genetically programmed to be geniuses, and they become super successful because they've achieved a lot and have grit. The Democrat Party has none of these. They have no achievements and they have no aptitude. That's why you have your shells and your frauds. And that's why I'm constantly like, you want to set me off too? Ask me about the Social Security situation. Why? Why, Dan, do you hate Social? It's not that I hate the program. It's not that I hate it. It's that, and this always pisses off some of my audience, it's that it's so kind of epidemic of government creating a problem and then blaming you for the problem they created and now layering a class warfare argument on it to solve it. What am I talking about? I want you to read this tweet because it's really important. This is Russ Green, Green plus A&E on Twitter. 89% of senior citizens support raising taxes on younger workers to maintain their benefits. The median primary voter is 65. Why am I bringing this up? This is not an attack on seniors. You seniors, men and women out there, thank you. Stop. Don't get angry. But here's the poll, in case you think I'm making this up or Russ is making it up. I love you. You know that. You are the greatest generation of people who fought in Vietnam, people who fought in World War II. I love you. The fact that you paid into this system and were made a bunch of promises by feckless government a-holes who stole your money, it's not your fault. Don't yell at me in the chat. I love you. Period. Stop, full stop. Not even a four-way stop sign where no one stops. A two-way, just one. It's here, right there. One-way stop, right there. That's it. I'm just telling you, the government stole your money. They did. They tell you there's a trust fund. There's no freaking trust fund. Why am I bringing up this tweet then? How seniors now support raising taxes on younger voters. Because the irony now is the Democrat Party of shells and frauds, because they stole your money, are starting this whole class warfare argument against you. Seniors, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the Democrats and a lot of these feckless government assholes that stole your money. Because you know what? They're out there. Have you seen this? Justin, you're online perpetually like me. Folks, who shot JR, right? If you know that, you're probably in what these younger kids would call the boomer class. Boomers. It's not meant as a compliment, believe me. It's meant to imply like we're old, out of touch people. I take offense to it, but whatever. They're starting this class warfare argument to say, look at these seniors, these evil old people. They own houses and all this. By the way, not all of you, there are a lot of seniors out there struggling, living by their Social Security checks, all they have. I'm telling you the argument they're making, not me. Look at these rich seniors, parasites leeching off us younger folks, got to pay the taxes to support them. They're doing that because they spent and stole your money. Not me. They're doing it. And I'm warning you now, a lot of you folks out there, my age, 50s, 60s, 70s, and older, if you don't think this is real, go start an X account tomorrow where this national conversation happens every day. X may not be real life, but it's close to it in some respects. And just put in boomers, Social Security, and look. There is a lot of brewing anger out there, and the AOCs of the world and the Elizabeth Warrens and others are fostering that anger, and the Robert Reiches of the world with his pina colada, whatever's in that fake drink he's drinking. It's probably a non-alcoholic one, and it's not even official. I'm just warning you. Red, do me a favor, flags in the chat. Flag it up. Flag it. What's this episode number? 2538. Put that on the board. 2538. Mark it. And mark it, what are we, 50 minutes in and 41 seconds? Mark it. Because when this erupts into full-blown proletariat, Bolshevik-type class warfare, in the next few years, as Social Security gets exposed for having no money, flag it in the chat. You are going to see a full-blown eruption of Democrat-induced class warfare anger against seniors who busted their asses to give you the future you have now. Mark it. And you'll remember Brother Dan here warned you. It is exploding on Twitter. Along with the anti-Jew stuff and everything. Boomers, bunch of parasites. Are you shitting me, bro? Your grandparents? They didn't have no freaking internet. They didn't sit around all day. They had a buster. They didn't even have half these job protections. You ask your grandfather, like the people who built the Empire State Building and these skyscrapers, they barely had harnesses. Some of them were up there. Like, what happens if you fall? They'd be like, you pretty much die. But like, what do you mean? That can't be the answer. No, yeah, you die. Like, don't fall. That's not a thing now. That's not a thing. These people, your grandparents, had freaking balls of stone, actual stone. Stones in the body? Yes, it wasn't even tissue. It was just stone. You kicked them in the balls, nothing happened. It was just stone. They'd be like, kick me in a gym again. Just like the Beavis and Butthead gym teacher cat. Well, I may be aging myself again. They had balls. The government told them, give us your money. We're going to take care of you. And then they said, double barrel middle finger. We spent your money. And then they chin up all the kids. Blame it on the boomers. They started greedy old people. Greedy old people, my ass. Respect your elders. They lived a lot harder time than you did. My grandparents lived through the Great Depression, man. Freaking government cheese line. You ever eat government cheese? Eat it once, you may not live through it. If you lived off government cheese growing up, your stomach can conquer anything. This is not medical advice. Ebola, Hanta, it laughs. Your GI tract laughs at that. Ebola comes in and go, ha! I ate government cheese and washed my hands in a McDonald's with a bar of hand soap. That happened too. There was actual hand soap. You were immune to anything. Anything. There's like the 72nd strain of COVID. Your body's like, I washed my hands in McDonald's with hand soap. With the cloth thing that they used to rub. Remember that thing? These guys don't even know what that is. Can you guys look on the internet? Did McDonald's or restaurants ever have hand soap and the clothy thing? There are pictures of it. Respect your elders. They've got a better immune system than you do. They go out and play outside. Remember, this is not medical advice. Do not do this. You go outside, you get a nasty cut that probably needed stitches, and your grandfather be like, rub some dirt in that shit. Be good for you. Nobody got like stitches. They were like, anybody got some duct tape or something? I'm not even kidding. I got a guy, a friend of mine. Anyway, he's not my grandfather, but he's a friend. He nearly cut his toe off with a lawnmower accident and like duct taped it and like finished mowing the lawn and went to the hospital. If you know who shot JR, you know that. This show is some epic shit. I know. I'm in a mood today. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's Friday, but if I hear one more thing about, pardon my fucking boomers, I'm going to lose it. We ought to be cops back in the day on a foot post. There were no cameras or nothing. You got in a fight, got your ass kicked. You better pray to God you had access to your radio. No one had a cell phone to call for help. Call for help. You think Paul Revere was coming to save you? You get your ass kicked in the street. It'd be 5 minutes before an RMP police car showed up. There was no one calling. Hey, man, your guy's getting his ass kicked. I know. I've seen Wall Street Journal. We have this thing in the show. I get these elements I love, and I never get to them, and they sit in these files, and it becomes a running joke because we do a pre-show rundown. I have been dying to talk about this journal piece for 5 days, and Guy's like, I know you're not going to get to it again. I just out of courtesy to Guy, I just got to bring it up because on this Social Security fight that they're ginning up young people against the boomers or whatever who busted their ass, the only thing that's going to save this program, the only thing are free markets and capitalism. That's it. Anyone thinking like the government's going to come in and tax younger people out, it's not going to happen. It's just going to fail. SpaceX went public. You probably heard of it, Elon's company. Elon's probably the greatest American entrepreneur. I mean, I don't even know. Has there been one that's had a more dramatic effect on humankind outside of like Edison and electricity? I mean, even foreigners like Tesla and others but I talk about invention-wise. I mean, Rockefeller. I mean, there were, the barons of the time, J.P. Morgan, financial engineering and stuff. But has there been anyone who's like, through the sheer willpower of his own mind? When I say Tesla, I mean Nikola Tesla, not the car brand. I didn't mean it that way, but I don't know. But Elon goes public and creates something like 4,000 millionaires overnight the second it goes public. So they have this article up in the Wall Street Journal. This is the only thing that's going to... This is Guy, of course, messing with my show because he's been here long and he takes liberties with it. Finally, us getting to this article. Who wants to be a trillionaire? They know in the Wall Street Journal, if this happened in China, all these millionaires, the same leftist shells and frauds would be like, look, the Communist Party's got it right, man. Socialism rules. It happens in the United States. And what do? Oh, man, rich Elon. What a piece of garbage. I could have invented the whole chopsticks thing, catching rockets in the air. Yeah, sure, AOC. Is that between like serving buds in the bar? Like, give me a break, man. And then they note as well, all these new millionaires that were created. I don't understand. Like, do we want to be a wealthy country or do we want to be poor? You should be celebrating this. It's the only thing that's going to save our future of free markets. 4,400 SpaceX current and former employees. Or it made either $1 million or $100 million on paper. We should be celebrating this. Like, this is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Man, I'm never going to get to this other stuff. I have to. Don't you dare go anywhere because, by the way, that sounds like threatening. I love you and not a threat. I've got this Jason Bartlett coming up. Can we have a Jason Bartlett video? I'll tee it up now. I got a couple other things I want to get. This guy has become an internet celebrity. He's South African. He's now living in the United States. He just does these videos celebrating the glories of America. He's been everywhere. We got him on the show coming up. And there's a connection to John Rich. You'll see in the interview in a minute. But in case you don't know who this guy is, check this out.
On my way between all the museums, you just bump into the most beautiful places. It is so freaking gorgeous out there. Let me turn around and go there and just show you this. But nothing's painted on. There's no human feces laying around. People are constructing stuff, fixing stuff, maintaining stuff. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. How beautiful is that? Archives of the United States of America. You can't make this up. Look how gorgeous this is. Am I excited? Yes, I feel like a little kid. Look at this. Jumping on you. Water's clean. Oh man, that's so awesome. Look at this. Oh, wow. Man, God bless America.
Wait till you hear what he's got to say about it. Even Guy, he doesn't like anything. Guy hates everything all the time. He's a happy guy. He just hates everything. It's like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. He was like, well, that was awesome, man. I know. He loves Star Wars. He loves Star Wars. He loves Boba Fett, and he loves Han Solo. What does he shoot, Greedo? What's the name of the bar? The Cancun Cantina or something? What is it? What's the name of that bar? Mos Eisley. I thought it was the Cantina Cancun or something. Cancun Cantina was a bar I used to hang out, allegedly, when I was here. Scum and villainy hanging out there. Yeah, these guys love their Star Wars. Folks, wait a minute. I love this country. So does Jason. He's going to make that crystal clear. However, we played a clip from this comedian, Nate Bargatze, a little while ago. And the clip, everybody loved it. It was on SNL, Hat Tip Saturday Night Live, which I'm not a huge fan of, but this is some funny stuff. And the guys were like, Dan, there's an even funnier part of this clip you missed in the beginning. It's about America and 250 and the Battle of Trenton and the crossing of the Potomac. Well, it's not all about it. But they said, you got to see the beginning. I said, all right, I usually like to do the show myself, but if you guys are saying it's funny, I'll check it out. So I'm seeing this for the first time. Not a joke. Unlike Biden saying that this is not, I've never seen this before. So me and you are going to experience this together. This is the first half of that SNL clip about the founders and George Washington. Check this out.
We fight for a country of our own, a new nation where we choose our own laws.
Here, said sir.
Choose our own leaders.
Yes, sir.
And choose our own systems of weights and measures.
Weights and measures, sir?
Yes. Yes, I dream of that one day. Our proud nation will measure weights in pounds, and that 2,000 pounds shall be called a ton.
And what will 1,000 pounds be called, sir?
Nothing. Because we will have no word for that.
Seems like we should have a word for 1,000 pounds, sir.
And yet we won't. Because we are free men. And we will be free to measure liquids and liters and milliliters. But not all liquids, only soda, wine, and alcohol.
Only those, sir.
Yes. Because for milk and paint, we will use gallons, pints, and quarts, God willing.
Okay. How many liters are in a gallon, sir?
Nobody knows.
And, sir, in this new country, what plans are there for men of color, such as I?
Distance will be measured in inches, feet, yards, and miles. So 12 inches to a foot?
12 feet to a yard.
If it were only so simple. 3 feet to a yard.
And how many yards to a mile?
Nobody knows.
Okay, well, how many feet to a mile?
5,280, of course. It's a simple number that everyone will remember.
I'm glad you guys didn't show me that in advance. We played the one a couple weeks ago with the hot dog. Is there a dog? No, there's no dog in either hamburger. Surely there's ham and hamburger. No, there will be no ham. We're the United States. We can measure however we want. That's the great part about it. That's the best part about living in the Motley's in the chat. Now, I got Jason Bartlett coming up in one of our best interviews. Again, Guy liked it. Incredible. Guy likes to do the Greedo on everyone. I'm scum and villainy. You don't like anybody. He liked it coming up next. But it is Friday. Producer Jim, who we all love. We love producer Jim, working with Vince on his radio show now. But he's always texting me all kinds of stuff. I think he texted me before. I saw some text pop up from Jim before, but I missed it. He produces for you on Friday a just wonderful moment of peace and calm and meditation. If you do like Pilates or yoga or like Yogi Lattes and all that, and you're just looking for that, what is it, Namaste? Is that what they do at the end of the thing? This is your Zen moment of the day. Check this out.
Your Democrat Zen moment of the day. A peaceful moment to center your mind.
I fought for this country, for these people here of Minnesota to come and fight these motherfuckers. They're disgracing this fucking country and what it fucking means. They hide behind their fucking masks. Like fucking...
This has been Democrat Zen.
These Democrat Zen moments are getting more violent by the week. I'm a little like, even by the comedy standards of Democrat Zen, these people are getting crazier by the minute. And the crazy thing is they put this stuff out there in public like no one's going to see this guy. Like, bro, don't you have like, family members or something? Holy Moses, chill, take it easy. Take it, or as my cousin used to say growing up in here, take it easy. Just take it easy. You could say the E part. They just said they had to shorten it up a little bit. Take it easy. Just put a shirt together like Bongino show. Take it easy. Calm down. Holy Moses. Watch Nate Bargatze laugh a little bit. Or Tricks at the beginning with the pose. All right, I got Jason Bartlett coming up after this quick break. Rumble Wallet. How much control you have over your money right now? The technology is changing rapidly, changing how it works. Crypto is now mainstream, faster payments, more control, fewer middlemen, and it's easier to start than you think. With Rumble Wallet, you can buy Bitcoin, hold dollar-backed stable coins, or own digital gold backed by real gold, all in one place, super easy to use. It's a non-custodial crypto wallet, which means you, not a bank or a platform, control access to your funds. The setup is simple. You can connect with MoonPay, so you can use your debit card, credit card, or bank account and start in minutes. And for a limited time, if you're among the first 500 to activate your Rumble wallet, you can get $10 in U.S. stablecoin by entering my exclusive promo code Bongino10, Bongino10 when you sign up. You can even use your Rumble wallet to support your favorite Rumble creators like me directly. We always appreciate it. So scan the QR code, click the link in the description, or just go to wallet.rumble.com/Bongino and download the Rumble wallet. Then set up your Rumble wallet, enter promo code Bongino10 to get $10 in U.S. stablecoin. This is a limited time offer until June 30th. So act now. Rumble wallet, take control of your money. Start with Rumble wallet today. Terms and conditions apply. See the description below or visit rumble.com/promo official rules for details. Thank you, Rumble Wallet. And our last sponsor today, ladies and gentlemen, get your information, if you can, off the internet with Delete Me. Can't recommend this enough. You ever thought how you should be doing more to protect yourself online, but you're not sure where to start? Here's what you do. Go to joindeleteme.com/Bongino. Enter code Bongino. Get 20% off Delete Me. There are too many crazies out there trying to find people. It's nuts, doxing people. Delete Me removes your personal information that's being sold online. In today's world, your data's everywhere. A quick internet search can reveal your home address, even your phone number. But Delete Me can help by removing your information from hundreds of data broker websites. As someone with an active online presence, this means a lot to me. I like knowing there's a service out there helping me reduce my exposure online. They can do the same for you. Take control of your data. Keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me now at a special discount for our listeners. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/Bongino. Use promo code Bongino at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/Bongino. Enter code Bongino at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/Bongino. Code Bongino. Welcoming to the show, one of America's newly minted celebrities. I think he could run for office here. Jason Bartlett, we showed some of his videos yesterday and today. He's been traveling around America, graciously extolling the virtues of this unbelievably beautiful and wonderful country. What an honor to have you. Thanks for spending some time with us, Jason.
Dan, the honor's all mine. And we're living in the land of the free now, and I'm absolutely ecstatic to be here. America is a beacon of hope for people like me and everybody around the world, and I can't wait to share the joy and the awesomeness of America with everyone out there.
Your videos are just so wonderful to watch because I love this place. Listen, I love humanity. Everyone's been blessed by the hand of God. We're all created equal around the world. But listen, let's be candid. Not every governing system is created equal. And the United States is such a wonderful place. And Jason, I tell people to do what you're doing now. If you have the means and the time, and I get that, not everybody has the means or the time, but if you do, the greatest gift you can give people, it's not a nice watch or a car. It's the experience of travel where you see the rest of the world and the problems that they go through. And problems aren't unique, like we have them too. But then you come back to America. I'll never forget landing my first Secret Service trip to Russia, landing back in what was Andrews Air Force Base, now JBA at the time. And Jason, I wanted to kiss the ground, man. I was like, gosh, I really love this place. So it's great to see someone like you visit and see all the wonders of this great country.
Well, Dan, I'm fortunate enough to be living here now, and I'm absolutely thriving. I bought my first house here in Alabama, and I don't have a 10-foot electric fence around it. Nobody's trying to come and slit my throat. Nobody's trying to kill me. I go for a run before the crack of dawn. My wife even goes for a walk alone. And then when I was invited to come and meet with the Trump administration up in Washington about a week ago, about 10 days ago, it was the second time I ever went to DC, and it's a transformation. It is so gorgeous, so beautiful, and the history, it might only be 250 years old. However, I mean, it felt like when I was in the Library of Congress, it felt like I was walking through the Vatican. It was so awesome. Like, it is beautiful. The country is fresh. People are thriving. People are loving life, and we need to show them what they've got, because sometimes you don't know what you got, like you say.
Yeah, that's such a great point. By the way, I love the bookshelf over your shoulder, but I got to tell you, it confused me a bit, guys. I'm like, why is Jason sideways? Like the perspective from if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, the bookshelf is canted in an odd direction. I'm like, how'd they do that? What, he was like sideways. I'm like, how is he defying gravity like that? The beautiful bookshelf, nice decor. But you just kind of nailed the point that I try to bring up to people all the time, who, for understandable reasons, they're working. Not everybody's got the time to go take a world journey. But when I was an agent, we traveled around the world because the president traveled, and I was a protective agent with the detail. And we see the glories of the United States every day. And it's kind of like walking in your house and you have this beautiful painting, right, that you love when you bought it. And it's the same painting. But when you see it every day, Jason, it's not that it's not beautiful. It becomes part of the scenery. And then someone comes into your house and it's like, wow, what a beautiful painting. And you all of a sudden, boom, it wakes you up. And I think you now living here, which is fantastic. It's great to know. You're seeing it and you're reminding us all, like, gosh, we're really lucky to be part of the fabric of this amazing country.
In general, living in the South, you tend to see people who actually really love America. But being here for a certain amount of years, I have seen it dissipate and disappear. However, it's not as bad as self-loathing Democrats. I mean, you can literally see them. They hate the country and they don't know what they've got. And that cancer is just eroding and getting bigger and spread. But this is a beautiful country full of freedoms. I mean, what President Donald Trump is doing for this white South Africans, he's like got first draft pick. Yes, I can talk like that now because I've been here long enough. He can choose from engineers and doctors and bring them all over. But anything President Donald Trump does, whether he cures Ebola or cancer, they will go and say, right, oh, he's horrible. Yay, Ebola. Come on, let's go Ebola. So it's the same with the asylum cases. You've got people like myself who came here fleeing persecution, where my cousin got shot through the back of the head, burnt with a grid, thrown in a fire, urinated on, and told that, you're a white bastard, you must die. And his little children have to watch this. Those are the type of things that other people have to live with. We don't have to live with that in America. And those are the things that's why I make a video of a bench and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's nobody being raped on this bench. And it's so cool. And it's just the safety and the beauty of America that's overwhelming.
Yeah, amen, brother. I mean, your videos have gone viral, I think, for that exact reason. I mean, with the 250th anniversary of the United States, we haven't been around for the longest period of time in the United States. 250 years actually with nation states is not that long. But what we don't have in length of time of existence, we do have, Jason, and I think what you'd acknowledge as well, and now proud to be living here too, is an unbelievable story. There is no way the United States should have beat the British Army in the Revolution. There just isn't. You look at it on paper, what were we, 10,000 to 1 odds? I mean, if it was a betting line, nobody wins that bet. Then again, the War of 1812, we're getting our butts kicked. We wind up with the Battle of New Orleans. We go through this brutal, savage civil war. I mean, 20,000 casualties in one day in Antietam and in Shiloh, and in 50,000 over the Battle of Gettysburg. Brother on brother, the whole country divided. We go through World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq. We make it through all this. And not only do we make it through, we're not It was a big struggle and a lot of sacrifice, but we're the most powerful military and economy and the most loving and caring. We still take people in the right way from around the world. The story, not the time of existence, I think is what makes that flag behind me special.
Man, the American flag is a beacon of hope for millions and millions of people around the world. And each and every American needs to know that, because what you stand for is freedom, and it's like you're the last front of freedom. This is it. There is nowhere else to go. As a white person that's from South Africa, I know that. I mean, you can't go to Australia. You definitely can't go to Canada. Can't go to New Zealand anymore. Can't go to well, it used to be called Europe. I mean, those are Islamic countries now. So America is a beacon of hope for people like myself. And if you want to see what a DEI project failure looks like, go look at South Africa. Because if we carry on not defending our beautiful freedoms here in America, we are going to look like South Africa. That's why the leftist media tries to hide what's happening there, because DEI doesn't work. It's a disaster. It's a suicidal empathy poster child, South Africa.
Yeah, it's so sad, Jason, this whole just primitive, ridiculous, and dopey idea, that people should be categorized according to immutable characteristics they had no control over. Your skin color, the melanin, you didn't choose that. It's just how you were born. It has nothing to do at all. Melanin or lack of melanin with who you are, zero. And I call me crazy, but I don't understand how we fought this whole civil rights revolution, the Civil War. We battled against Jim Crow. The whole Republican Party was founded on the idea of freedom, unalienable rights for everyone. Blood was shed in this country. And now, like you said, we're going back to ideas that have it's not that they've been discredited. Yeah, of course they've been, but that's not the point. The point is a lot of ideas have been discredited. But discredited ideas that have led to the death, destruction, torture, murder, and near collapse of the United States should not be resurrected again. It's just, there are bad ideas, and then there are deadly ideas. And DEI is a deadly idea.
It's definitely a deadly idea. And just throwing it out there, I believe that each and every American, maybe when they turn 18, should not be allowed to go to university for 12 months. They should be sent to a different country to go on a little gap year and go and see what it looks like, and then come back and say, go to Arlington and realize, thank each and every person in Arlington and say, you know what? America is awesome. God bless America. That's what we need to hear. That's what we need to see. I mean, everything you do in America is big, whether it's a soccer World Cup, whether it's building a building or cleaning the reflecting pool and having a UFC fight, and just, oh man, it's so America, and I love it, and the world needs to see that. I mean, I'm part of a little rugby team over here in Huntsville, Alabama, called Huntsville Rugby Club, and it is just awesome. Everybody, that's the best sport for Americans. I think they should be playing a little bit of rugby, waking up as well, and just seeing what they've got in this country, because the freedoms we've got here, just to go to the store, like I can go to the store and I'm not going to get hijacked. I'm not going to, and I can call the police, and the police come and they don't rape you. They actually help you. It is so awesome. I love this country. We really need to preserve every freedom that we have, Dan.
I love Alabama. Auburn has a special place in my heart. Huntsville, we have a big footprint down there, the former entity I was with. Alabama is the most amazing place. You're never going to meet a kinder, nicer, more welcoming group of people than in Alabama. God bless you, every resident of Alabama. Jason, one thing I want to ask about is with the World Cup going on, you just mentioned it, and you mentioned how America's got this kind of go big or go home mentality, and we do, and we love it. I was just at UFC at the White House. There is something to be said, though, for communal activities now. I think you and I can both acknowledge you become very famous in the United States using social media, which is great. And I mean that. I love social media. The fact that someone like you or I did not grow up, super wealthy with mega connections, I was not president of the United States, can have a platform and speak to people about the wonders of this country is thanks to social media, that clear. However, there is a downside. And the downside is human beings are social animals. We need to be around others in communal exercises, dinners, nights out, a couple of drinks with your buddies, a sporting event. And I think with FIFA, you're seeing it, how we really got to get off the screens and around our fellow human beings again. Give some random dude next to you at an Auburn game or a soccer game a high five and, hug your wife and kids in elation when they score a touchdown at a game. That's what it means to be human, not staring at these screens all day.
Yeah, when I'm on the farm, I make like 1 or 2 videos with the sheep in the background, and I show everybody what the sheep look like and just the simpleness of farming. But as soon as I put that phone down, reality kicks in, and you're just overwhelmed by God's grace, because you're in the country where it's completely free. And then you have to go and realize you need to be part of a community. So Wednesday nights, for example, we all get together, about 18 to 25 men on a nice big sheep farm. We put our cell phones in the truck and we just switch off and we talk openly and honest, and we just express ourselves and talk. And I think we so badly need that as people, because I mean, I live in a wonderful little neighborhood. I don't need a 10-foot fence. People go for a walk. But in general, people after COVID don't really reach out. And I think that's what is going to be changing in the World Cup. You need to speak to each other. Go and join your local rugby club. Go enjoy your pool club or your church. That's why we are simulating so well as white South Africans in America, is because that community really builds the strength. That's what we need. That's what this country was founded on, is, brothers standing next to each other and fighting against the evils that we all face. I mean, in South Africa, we face the British as well. We overcome them. You faced the British, you overcame them. And right now, we've got the same common enemy. And thanks to social media, Elon Musk has saved the lives of hundreds of thousands of white South Africans and much more around the world. Even England is finally waking up. But it's not the answer for everything. The answer is go to your neighbor and make sure you've got a strong, steadfast relationship with him.
Jason, where can people find you on X? I think it's really important that they watch some of your videos. They've become a staple on our show over the past couple of weeks. I know you've been on a ton of different shows. I'm sure after this, you're going to get even more requests, but I want them to check you out. Where can they find you?
So they can find me. I predominantly do everything on X, which just makes it easier. And it's Jason2 Bartlett. And that's like the pair. I've realized there's a Bartlett pair. So every time it's Jason2 Bartlett. And I'll be out there. I'm going to start traveling a little bit. I'm going to go show the people what Huntsville looks like, what Nashville looks like, and just show them the simple beauty of America and American freedom that we really need to preserve.
Jason, I just have one request. If you go to Nashville, you said you were going to go there. My favorite place in Nashville, they're right across from each other. My good friend, John Rich. Can someone reach out to John, connect him with Jason? You got to go. There's Jason's account on social media. You got to go to John Rich's bar, Redneck Riviera, which is a great little honky tonk. John is amazing. He's a patriot, very, very famous country singer. You probably know him. And then right next door, my humble opinion, the best bar with the Redneck Riviera, Kid Rock's bar. Kid Rock loves America. It's right next door. Go up there, tell him to take you upstairs. It is the greatest experience you're ever going to have. You want to love America? You're going to love America a whole lot more. You go, we got to connect him to John Rich, all right? Redneck Riviera is the bar, and then pop into Kid Rock's bar next door. And then give us a full report. Come back and tell us what it was like. Would you do that for us?
I will definitely do that. I give you my word. Consider it done. It won't be this weekend. I'll probably go next weekend. I'll take my wife and the family up there. And it's probably going to break me because it's going to be so American and so awesome. And I'm going to love it. I can't freaking wait. That's going to be cool. And I look forward to coming back and just exposing what's happening in South Africa and stopping that from happening in America. I'm here as an America First integration. That's why President Donald Trump has chosen us and have such a warm feeling towards us, because we're here to keep America great and make America even greater. And as a cattle and sheep farmer, I'm here to make America healthy as well. I'm going to offer you, American dream. Listen to this. It's so cool. I came here making $12 an hour. I now earn a six-figure paycheck, or not paycheck, per year, as well as I have a 150-acre farm with sheep, cattle, and horses on, and I'm about to go and open a beautiful business that's going to sell grass-fed and a little bit of grain, ethnically grazed grain, and we're going to sell meat to the American people. And when I told that to the Trump administration, they looked at me and it's like, now that is America First right there. So we're here to serve the people. We're here to serve you with good meat, and there's more of us coming. So get with us and support us. We don't want handouts. We don't want anything. We want to pay our taxes so we can call the cops and drive in roads with no potholes and have no fences around our houses and just keep America great. That's what we want to do.
I love this guy. This is great. You like bleed red, white, and blue, man. You're as American as apple pie, Jason. Hey, listen, thank you so much for coming on. My audience was so excited. Yesterday, I was outside catching some sun after the show because I'm in the studio all day. And I just popped open Twitter and I got more feedback because you had done a video saying you could be on the show. I must have got 100 DMs from people. They were all excited. So, and you certainly did not disappoint. We'd love to welcome you back. Whenever you get down there, give us a report. I'll make sure John knows you're coming. You'll have a blast. All right. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks, Dad. God bless America and God bless you.
Jason Bartlett, man, that guy. Was that great? Where do you guys rank that in our interviews? Top 5? And Guy hates every interview ever, and he does. Even like the good ones, he's like, I'd rather interview Boba Fett. You know, he loves Star Wars. Guy was sitting there like, oh, this is great, man. I can see why. I'm telling you, man, we've had great guests. Donald Trump. We've had cabinet members, congressmen, senators. We had Nate Smith, the country singer, before we left. I mean, and people were DMing me left and right. Can't wait to hear from Jason. You can see why. Jason, I love this country too, just like you do. It means so much to me. Everything. There's never been a better country ever. Never been. Club America, the greatest club on earth. All right, we got Haley coming up at noon. Rumble.com/Haley. Vince, the king of morning podcasting, every day at 0800 Eastern Time at rumble.com/Vince. Join his chat. He's been blowing up. His radio show has gone crazy. He's a huge conservative talking head personality. We love Vince. Also, if you don't want to watch on an app and you want to watch on the web, that's okay. Go to rumble.com/Bongino. Of course, we would love for you to download the Rumble app. It's free, but I get it. Just give us a follow. Either way, we appreciate it. And if you wouldn't mind, give us a follow on Apple and Spotify as well. You can always listen there. The video, however, is exclusive to Rumble. So is the live chat every day at 10 a.m. I will see you back here on Monday.
Hey there, I'm Vince.
I'm Haley Cardia,
Host of Vince.
host of Scrolling with Haley.
You can always catch my show right here
on the Bongino Report.
Live, 8 a.m. Eastern, weekday mornings.
Weekdays at noon. If you miss it, no worries. The show will always be
right here
and anywhere you find a podcast. Thanks for watching.